is me, Ruowen Huang. It's been a while. Hopefully we can come back and get back onto our broadcast routine. I mentioned yesterday, I'm actually quite interested in talking about various disease or illness or sickness that I've been studying or looking to for the past several years, 15 years or so. I didn't know everything, no, but there are certain disease or illness that I am interested in, and I would, I was curious to discover the cause of it in spiritual point of view. So hopefully the next couple of weeks I can go through them really quick. I don't know them all. I hope I do, but I don't, right? So let's just, get onto it. So hopefully I can wrap it up as part of my topic as well, because they are kind of built up. And yesterday I kind of freaked out because I lost all the list that I was meant to talk about. So anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about the summary of various causes of illness. Let me clarify one thing, and I say this so many times, but I hope you guys do understand. Everything I share with you is simply from my personal point of view. I am not here to share with you to replace any scientific understanding or study or, I'm no doctor to begin with, but I'm simply hoping the information that I share with you will be in your help, help you to understand more of yourself, just add on to it, you know what I mean? So don't ever take me as the solution of whatever illness or whatever disease that you're going through. But I'm just hoping I understand the information I share with you sometime will help you to understand the things that you did not understand or science cannot explain. So anyway, let me get on to it. The summary of various causes of illness. Through my study, I've been encountered various disease. I've encountered various client cases study, and also myself, I have a lot of illness to begin with. I realized for illness, the cause of illness, you can group it into 3 categories, which I mention all the time, which is your physical, your mental, which tying very closely to your emotion, and your spirit. That is, whatever illness you deal with it, you will first understand which category should I group them into. Then it would be easier for me to help them find the assistance or help or clue how to cure them. You know what I mean? So physical is very easy. Physical is basically like virus. Just imagine it like virus. If you encounter virus, there is a virus, and then your body will then have reaction to it. Very often you will hear people or see the symptom of fever. Fever is typical symptoms when our bodies encounter foreign things and then we try to fight off, right? So that's a common reaction that you will see on the physical. So anything that is physical, I mean, I'm getting contact with some virus or something like that, you will see very often people will have fever, or they will start, having all kind of cold symptoms. That you will group them into physical. Anything like that happen, please don't come to a psychic. Go to a doctor. Right? They would know how to treat your body based on all kind of virus or something they deal with. Of course, there are situations that when you encounter spirits, which is bad spirit, evil spirits, or whatever spirits that is conflict with your body, which is also perceived as a foreign object, right? Foreign virus or get into your body. Would you get fever? Yes, you would too. I'm the victim of that. So I encounter fever numerous times due to, foreign spirits. So that I'm going to come back and talk to you guys about it. In this particular episode, I just want to talk about the cause of it. So understand that. That's very simple, very easy to understand. Then you will understand there are emotional, mental disease. Emotional, mental, that is usually triggered by emotion, various emotion, not just bad emotion. So there would be emotional happiness, sadness, people who deal with pain, So all those diseases that actually caused by ones do not know how to regulate their own emotion. So very often we do it by storage or push it away to some certain area of our body, right? So remember I mentioned really long time ago, our body is simply the tool of our soul. Like this, wherever you store that emotion or you don't know how to digest it, you don't know how to absorb it, it will then become a blockage of your overall spirit flow. In that case, it will then create your body have to respond to that kind of blockage, right? So very often you will start experience tumor. So you know where I'm going to lead this to. It's going to become the common known cancer in various places. As I say, I only study few of them, so I will come back and explain that in future episode. It will then become commonly known cancer. So understand, for me, cancer is it's a typical emotional disease, that mental emotional disease. Of course, when the emotions sometimes get overloaded to a point, it could become mental. So this all group it into emotional disease. Now, understand there's also spiritual disease. And you will say, what the heck is spiritual disease? That means your spirits alone already come with a lot of fear, a lot of patterning, a lot of scare, like you have never really looked into or worked it through your previous life or past life. Like when the client come to me, I will very often able to trace to their previous life, understand what they're encountering in that particular life, and also see the trace of the same thing repeating in this life that trigger their disease to happen. So that I call spiritual disease. So such as allergy, eczema, like you do not find cause, right? And then you don't understand your healthy body, why am I allergic to this, right? So that is usually, or something like ADD, ADHD, that's usually kind of tying to your spirits, how your spirit setting is, therefore your body is reacting to it. So different from the physical, you will notice the impact to you is more outward, inward, while its spiritual disease or illness is very much you feel from inward outward. Whenever it's happening, you usually will feel an emotion that ties very close to it, such as you feel restless, you feel fear, you feel scared, you worry about something's gonna happen. So if you have something like that, usually it's tying closely to your spiritual, as I group it to spiritual disease. Of course, could it be possible those diseases got kind of combined together? Yes. As what I can say, when it comes to spiritual disease, illness, you can usually feel it tying very closely to certain emotion. So because it's that memory or painful memory or experience being very heavily embedded to your soul. Therefore, when this life you encounter certain emotion again, it trigger it. Like trigger setting, like say, if in particular life you experience something called I'm not good enough, or I'm just not good. So in this particular life you experience that again, it may actually trigger that behavior or trigger that disease or whatever you encounter in that particular life. So anyway, thanks to all of you giving me a lot of idea of what I can talk about. I'm actually kind of happy I actually got back a list that's a brand new list, but excited to be able to get onto it because I meant to get onto it for years now, 3 years, someone mentioned that. So anyway, in this particular episode, I just want to sum it up for the disease or illness or whatever you want to know. If you have anybody close to you or you yourself have this whatever things that you experience and you could not understand why, or the science cannot explain it to you, I'm here to suggest you to hear me out, and maybe you can take into consideration. Let me remind you again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just simply sharing my information or what my observation with you, hoping it can help you to cure the disease that you do not understand. So 3 things: understand, put it into physical, very simple, just like a virus. We're dealing with virus. How do we react to it? We will usually have a very basic symptoms of fever. I will come back to it and talk about, because this is a very quick topic. So I'm going to come back and cover this topic soon enough. And then there's another called emotional. Emotional, it ties very closely to your emotion. Understand our body respond to our soul, right? Whatever your soul command, your body will simply react to it. So how are you dealing with your emotion? How you how you cope with it, vent it out, take it in. It ties very closely to how your body's going to respond to it. So there would be various cancer, which is typical disease, emotional disease. We will come back and cover few of them that I actually look into, and then understand there's a spiritual disease that is simply tying very closely to your soul command, that your spirit is based on your past experience or whatever. Therefore, in this life, when you encounter certain similar scenario, you will react to it. So let me just wrap it up for now, and then again, if you like what I'm doing, hope that kind of clear your mind. And if you like what I'm doing, you can always follow me on Facebook Live, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, I talk to you guys next time. Bye.